Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and welcome to This Week On. Yes, this is our Saturday show where we talk about all the good things in the week, and in channel news at the end, we'll be looking at what we'll be doing tomorrow in the live show. I'll be announcing the 6 games we'll be looking at, and all that good stuff. But first, we'll be looking at Kickstarter news. A ton of retail games are coming to Kickstarter. Some have already arrived and some are coming, and we're going to be flooded with them. Oh my goodness, yeah, I'll tell you about that in the news coming up. Also, the big 4 this week, basically Too Good, Too Bad, wasn't it? Too Good, Too Bad. Games we looked at this week then were Marajara, Tiny Epic Pirates, Dawnshade, and Bullet, which we covered yesterday. So I wonder which one's going to get Kickstarter of the week. That'll be interesting to know. If you don't like long-form videos, we do have our highlight reel, which you can check out of all the 4 on our station 2 on the channel. And you can use the description box below to jump to the games you prefer to look at, and if you want to jump to any part of the show, always we have channel notes, so yeah, do check that out. Alright, with all that said, let's look at the Kickstarter news right after this. A big thanks to our subscribers as we've smashed the 250 sub goal, and new music will be pouring into all our new videos. The next stretch goal is the big 500, which we're calling the Day 1 live event. If there's any giant Kickstarter games coming out, we will do a live stream as soon as it breaks, so you can watch our first impressions of the hottest Kickstarter games. Also, if this unlocks, we will be bringing you all of the games that have those pesky early bird deals, so you can get the action when it comes, so you never miss the opportunity to unlock something really cool that you may have to pay in the add-ons. So this will make sure our program is heading towards the best we can do for you, and you will help make the station become the best damn Kickstarter board game channel that there is. Help us evolve the channel by simply subscribing. Kickstarter news. Well, this week, Gencon has been cancelled, hasn't it? Which is going to affect us on Kickstarter. I've been predicting this for a couple of months now, that we're going to see more retail games coming. And of course, it is sad news for all those that like conventions and stuff, but it's mainly a retail space. And if you've ever watched BGG's Twitch stream at Gencon when they're bringing in lots of games, it's a snowerfest after snowerfest after snowerfest. It really is. And you get the odd really cool game that comes to them, but other than that, it's, you know, I mean, that's my opinion on it, you know, you have to watch hours and hours of videos just to get the gems that you really are looking forward to buying. So, you know, it's not just Gencon, because Spiel has also cancelled as well, this, otherwise known as Essen. Everyone knows it as Essen, but EssenSpeil, they've also cancelled it. It's a strange one though, it's October. I mean, you've got the Bundesliga football playing now, and surely you'll be going back to normal soon, but October for them is to whatever, they've cancelled it. So what are you doing then? What are you doing if you're a retail game and you wanted to come to these conventions, because you're going to get nothing? Do you just delay your game to 2021? It's a question. And the answer is ding, 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 ding. All go to Kickstarter. All go to Kickstarter. Now, my big problem with this is that Kickstarter is going to become a bloody retail space. All this we're looking on Kickstarter is projects that are not going to get funded if they do not pass the you-know-what. And it's a case of these retail games that are going to conventions, they're already finished, they're already in print, they are going to be sold at the conventions, so why are they coming to Kickstarter? It is not a store. Ugh. We're starting to see them coming this week. In fact, we got a lot of them this week, so much that I can't list them all at all. In fact, I'm going to bore you if I look at them anyway. But stuff you'll notice on these are, 1, it's clearly not a Kickstarter page. The Kickstarter page is very short. 2, it's all ready to come out, whether it is the date for Gencon or it's the date for EssenSpeil. Yeah, it's coming out real soon. Number 3, no stretch goals, no video for the Kickstarter. It's just pushed up to Kickstarter, retail, boom, bang. And, but, we can see through that on, certainly on the channel, we won't be looking at any of these. And we only show you the big Kickstarters that are worth your attention. And if any that we see that drip over, we put that on our Sunday show, on the live show. So you always get knowledge of all the good ones. And if we miss some out, like Fremini Pastry Party here, then maybe we'll be doing a video on that, or it'll be pushed to the other Sunday, because 19 days to go on these. So we try to cover as much as we can that'll interest you. And so there is that. But bottom line is, they're all coming to Kickstarter, and we're seeing so many at the minute, and we've just got to be wearful of that, because retail's dead. Retail is dead, and they're all going to come to Kickstarter, and they're going to water the pool that is already there. I mean, at the minute, when you go to Kickstarter, we are already getting things like miniatures. That is not a board game. We are getting things like dice, which is not a board game. We are getting things like STL files for printing. That is not a board game. We are getting RPGs, which is not a board game. And there is enough of these to self-categorize these. They're not board games, are they? They have their own different category. And look, a table is not a board game. What is going on, peeps? So already Kickstarter is a mess. And when we get a flood of retail games in there as well, it's going to be even harder to find the good stuff. It really is. And stuff like Railroad Inc., which is pushing, we're looking at this on Sunday, tomorrow. This, it does do some things that bring it out of retail, which you'll see. But imagine things like this creeping up, and if it was just Railroad Inc. normal and it was coming to Kickstarter and it was pushing up all these things and pushing out, then I don't know. And the big worry is that this is going to become the norm. This is going to become the norm for retail, is to just go, well, if we go to Gen Con, it's too expensive. We can just stick it on Kickstarter, can't we? Even though it's already finished. So yeah, it might set a trend going forward. Who knows? Anyway, we'll keep you up to date, of course, on This Week On. And let's go to the Big Four of the week. The Big Four. The Kickstarter of the Week award goes to Bullet with a heart. Yes, from Level 99 Games. The team that brought all these exciting games, but none of them really lightweight enough. None of them a gateway game. And finally, we've got a gateway game. Bullet, love, heart. How are you supposed to say that? Just Bullet. All right. Bullet. Why has it got a Kickstarter of the Week? Because it has got everyone bubbling with excitement in our game group and at the station too. Because the concept here is fabulous. It really is. It's like a little puzzle on the table. Columns falling and using special abilities to get rid of the columns, to fire them at your enemy. It is truly great. 8 heroes that can all be changed into bosses as well on the opposite side of the card. So out the gate, this is coming with 8 heroines, 8 evil heroines, and it has 4 game modes, and there's a lot going on in here in this package. What we love so much about this game, though, is it's a great bag puller as well, and we love it how you can upgrade your hero during the game, and there's just such a ton of special abilities as well. They've really knocked it out of the park. We're glad they're bringing their blog over to the updates on the Kickstarter page, so they're giving you more about these characters, because they've put so much depth and love into these characters. They really have, and they're explaining more of where they come from and who they are and why they're a heroine. And yeah, super cool. Great art throughout, and it's a simultaneous action game, so real-time game. It is a real-time game. So yeah, it just looks so much fun, and this has so much appeal that it could be played with any age group, because it's just a puzzle that's happening with special effects and things like that. So the gateway appeal here is really high. Solo mode looks good as well. It's already been pimped out. There's a deluxe edition to back, and the only thing now is for some add-ons to really make it special. And I think one of the add-ons coming is going to be a play mat as well. Ooh, we'll look out for that one on the campaign. But Bullet is one that we fell in love with, because we've just not seen anything small from Level 99 in their games where we love so much. So yeah, it was kind of a biased Kickstarter of the week, and it could have gone to Epic Pirates, but this one knocked it out just because we know this one's so different. It is so different in the puzzle and bag pulling game. It just stands out so much, and it's got the Level 99 attention to detail with its character art, special abilities, and it's so good. Well, there you go, Bullet, Kickstarter of the week. A surprise, really, and it came out of nowhere again. Nice surprise, but there is a lot to love about Bullet, and you can really find out by going to their Kickstarter page and their blog. And if you check our video out, you find out more and all that good stuff. So yes, check I've got the link above for my video. You can check that out. I really love it. Dawnshade, yes, the game that, yeah, I don't like this game at all. Nope, there's nothing for me here, nothing to like, nothing. That box shape makes the tiles that shape. They've chosen chips. Let me just pause the video. You can see the art here. Well, on the chip, you just get in their head. Now, this is a player character, so you do get these on the board, but this background here on this video is more interesting than the generic background they've put on your player board. Like, this video shows how this Kickstarter could have gone. Look, she looks epic here, and when you look at her player board, it's just a snow fest. You know, these all have their own backgrounds in the video, and why can't they put this on their sheets? It's beyond me. The art, I do think, looks old 1970s-esque. This board here, this little one here, that is the biggest. That's where all your quests are taking shape, is on that little thing, which is mind-boggling. They have these tiles that you put down, not many of them for variation. They look very similar, and I think it looks very old, almost like a Super Nintendo 1990 art. You can see this logbook here. They say, oh, it's absolutely huge, this book. Look at all this space here. Look at all this full pictures that they've got in it. So when they say, oh, this is full of story, no, it's not. It's full of art and full of holes, is what it is. As we'll keep going in this video. Now, I had a pop at these cards as well. I said, oh, the cards are not as good as Talisman, and I still stand by that. The chips could have been miniatures, and they've effectively made it made it. I mean, look at these boards. Every time I see something, it changes what I'm trying to say, because it just angers me, this project. Look, the abstract nature then of the chips on the board, it just drives me nuts. And it's been designed with for chips, this game. It's been designed to go all in on this, which is like very expensive. And so yeah, I mean, you're paying for a lot here. And there's other ones out there, of course, which I mentioned in my video. Ethiopia being one of them. And if you really want the JRPG, then you could have gone for Marajara, which will be up for late pledge later this year. Now, it is their first Kickstarter for this company, and just go back there a second, because we're seeing stuff. We're seeing stuff here that if they'd not gone neoprene, they could have had better. In all this video, look at this outside of this board. Now, that is like a detail that you're getting with a printout from card. And when you go neoprene, if you see what the neoprene cards look like for that table, it's moved away from this. They've genuinely moved away from good stuff. And look, you can see here, the box design is only to hold these big tiles in. And I don't like them. I don't like them. And when they take this off, you'll see how much waste there's in the box. I mean, look at this. Look at that for waste. And they just want to give you a premium thing. And for me, it's a hidden thing. It's a hidden thing that you're getting a premium thing, because no. This concept of chips and stuff, I'm aghast at. And all these enemies you're seeing here, well, you're only going to see a tiny section of their head. So the artist here has done a lot, but you're only going to get their head on the chip. And that's what drives me bull nuts, is that you could have had sheets of paper. You could have done so much. Oh, you want to see more of why I don't like this game? I go tongue to level with this bloody game. I don't hold back. I go fireball angry in this game, and it's fuming through me already just thinking about this game. Anyway, Dawnshade. Stop it. Dawnshade. Check my video out if you want. My team think it's comedy gold, by the way, my video. So anyway, that's Dawnshade. Yes, from Crenio Creations comes Marajara. Now it says from the designers of these peeps, but no, someone has actually grabbed it and making a remake of it, and they've changed the formula and upset a lot of people. Here he is, the Simone Luciana. Yep, he's the head designer there at Lucio, so yeah, it was expected, I guess, that he was going to do something with it. Well, he's changed all the art, which is a good thing, and he's set the bar really low for his components, in my opinion, because he could have done miniatures on Kickstarter. He could have completely done it, but he's done away with that. I'm against the game because it's using demons, these gods of India. That's more of a Catholic standpoint that I have in demonology, and I'm against yoga, by the way. Also, you can research why is the Catholic Church not allow yoga. You'll find out. But the biggest sin of all is that they've changed the game, so it's no longer a point salad area control game. It's become a racing game where at the minute you can win the game just by racing around the board and creating temples in each location, because that will trigger the end game and you'll win. So it's kind of taken away the strategy that people loved about this game, and there is that. I don't like the art. I said the art was looking like something in the past, and it's not upgraded to what we expect with artwork on Kickstarter anymore, as we've kind of gone into a new age of art with the Français Renaissance, with the big companies coming from France showing the way forward, like Mythic, like Ankima, like Holy Grail. The art from the art departments is just stellar. And here we're getting something which is now, I'd say, retail. The board art, though, I do like the board art. There's quite a lot of detail in there. It's devoid of things like people on the map or camels walking around, but hey, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and I don't like these components. These components just offend me of what is possible with Kickstarter. So, yeah, that's Marajara. I think I've made my piece on it. You can check, if you want to know more about why I don't like it, you can check out my video on it, of course, and the link is above. So then, Marajara, what can I say? Disappointing. Alright, Tiny Epic Pirates. This is an amazing Kickstarter game. Almost near 10,000 backers. It's blown up big time. And it is looking absolutely fantastic. Obviously a pirate game, as you can see from this video. Without a story, you know, it's not a story campaign like the other two pirate games we've got on Kickstarter at the minute, which we've covered on our channel. No, it's like a pirate game in a small box, but it's got a high footprint on the table. It really has. As you've got a lot of cards. You've got a rondel system, which is unique, can change. The cards in the table, there's a lot there to create more replayability. You've got great minis here that take cargo around. There's a little bit, not just rondel, but a little bit of worker placement as well. Tons and tons of different pirates that you can get to staff your ship, and an amazing expansion for the dead. What comes out in a minute. Yeah, so you basically roaring around, plundering, and all that good stuff. And each of these cards has abilities on them and let you do cool things. And yeah, it's cool. And like I said, this map's going to change due to the high replayability, because you've got lots of these cards and you randomize it up and stuff. Your pirate here levels up to become a legend during the game as well. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely, it looks like one of the best Tiny Epic games that I've seen. And yeah, we're backing this one, so yeah, it's great. It's good to see a good one this week, because there's been so much poo this week, and it does look like it's got a great table presence, good art throughout, and an amazing expansion to boot. And it's going blasted through. It's blasted through all its stretch goals, and the designer Scott Alms, he's like, well, we're trying to make some more. Here's the expansion, absolutely amazing, the ghost ship. And what's good about this is they've done a whole selection of ghost pirates as well. I mean, the design team have just knocked this out the park. And it's been absolutely great to cover this, and great to discover it. Yeah, so Tiny Epic Pirates, absolutely fabulous game. Check out our video about why we love it so much. And yeah, absolutely wonderful. The channel news. Well, the channel news is we're back to full strength after being down with sicknesses, and of course when I got COVID-19 last week. You can check out last week's This Week On for more information about that. But yeah, we're back at full strength. Coming out this week, expect a mashup between Adventures in Neverland and A Sea of Legends. We're going to put them head to head. That should be following the live show tomorrow, actually. And we may also do another head-to-head between Ether and, don't say the word, Dawnshade, that game. Because they are very similar also. Other than that, we'll be looking at other top Kickstarters that are coming out this week. We like to keep them secret so they come out and surprise us and surprise you also. Which is going to be very cool. But yeah, let's look at what's coming on the live show tomorrow. On the live show on Sunday, we're going to be looking at Stop the Train. Woohoo! Choo-choo! We're also going to be looking at Sea of Nadia. Oh, there's no end of pirate games at the minute. Also, we'll be looking at Railroad Ink Challenge. I abhor roll and writes. I really do. So that's put on there for comedy reasons. You'll find out more in the live show again if you like my range. Also, we'll be looking at The Phantom, the card game. And a very interesting one there. And also, we're looking at Send It, a mountain biking board game, a real indie game. And speaking of indie You can't get more indie than the last thing we'll look at tomorrow will be the MFL. Yes, this is a tabletop American football flicking dexterity game that's on Kickstarter. That we're going to be looking at that. It is pretty cool, actually. But we'll find out that tomorrow. So yeah, if you subscribe, you'll get a reminder of when it's going live, and you'll find the times out here. I'll put the times up for you. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's back on, as last week it was cancelled because of my COVID-19 infection, but I'm all well, back to normal, and yeah. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow's live show. Well, that's all the channel news. If you got to this part of the video, then thank you very much for watching. You rock! And we've got lots of great content coming up in the week, so stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't yet. Ring the bell for those notifications also in your mail, so you don't miss out on things. And with all that, thank you so much. So you've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.